just wait. I got to belch. Oh, man, drinking coffee and talking. How do they do it on in studios? There's got to be like a bunch of editing, a bunch of stuff on the editing room floor of just people belching. Because I can't drink coffee and then talk. Well, I can, and I do. I guess I'm just overstating that. But anyway, this is this icon that is talking to you right now with the little flashing circle lights. I don't. One day I just got up and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to try and make one of those little fancy VTube things. Those characters. Didn't get too far because I started a bunch of tutorials for Live 2D, was it? Yeah, it was Live 2D. And I'm still teaching myself, but it takes, just it just takes a little bit while. I'll see you, Alex. Take care. So I may do something like that. I may bring this back in there, or I may make another totally different character. But this whole setup really works well. I just imported an image into OBS. That would be this. And then I have a spectralizer, which is it's an audio. It gives an image to the audio, and I have a mask around it so that it just lies within the glasses, and then I have shades behind the glasses, and then I have, is that my shadow? Yeah, I have a shadow. So I just thought of it just makes this easier a little bit. Because now I don't have to set up. First of all, there is a visual component, and I think that's like really important. I've been looking at all different YouTubers, and some YouTubers they set up the camera and they've got a space where they can show themselves and do a whole vlog, and then you have some VTubers like Sparks and there's a panda guy. He's pretty good. Andrew something or other. No, that's not it. But they have images. They have a sort of collection of character poses and expressions. Oh, totally. What was I going to say? Taxi. He's got this sort of almost Toonami style avatar to his thing, where he shows footage, but then he'll sometimes cut away to him sitting in a cockpit and talking. And then, of course, you have VTubers, which, I don't quite know how they do it. I got a thing called Face Rigs, a program that I got from Steam, and it's called Face Rig, and then you can make your own avatar and own model, but you can't. Let's see, how can I put this? It's just hard to import your own character, or at least there's no documentation of it. I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos that slowly go over and explain all the things that you need to do. I wish there were a plugin. I wish someone would make a plugin. Because that's all Blender is. It's just a collection of plugins at this point. But yeah, this really makes it easy. I can just set up a microphone. I use this all the time with now the side-eye reviews, which is just when someone asks me, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And then they say, you should do a video on this. You should do a video on that. And I say, well, yeah, I mean, I could, but it's not really like a Familiar Faces. Plus, I'm working on a Familiar Faces right now. I would have to then stop what I'm doing, do something else, like start a new script, start from scratch, considered making a title card for that. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? So yeah, it's that side series really just helps. Like I saw Arlo. I was doing a drawing and I was watching Arlo, and then I decided, hell, I'll just talk about Arlo now. And then I did, and then I cut up all my thoughts and made sort of a competent little video. Hello, Miss Wilkins, how's it going? So yeah, this really helps. It especially helps with when you're doing a Let's Play and you don't want to set up a bunch of lights and you don't want to use your processor on a face cam. It helps. It actually does in the long run. I'm surprised how much it really contributes to just lightening the load. Andrew Dickman, who recently won an Annie for his work on the new Looney Tunes shorts. So congratulations to him. He came up with an ingenious method. He used a sort of tool that they have with Discord. It's a Discord plugin, and how can I put this? It produces it's a reactive JPEG, I think it's called. And I would very much love if OBS were to make a reactive JPEG plugin. I look for it every day. I have a notebook just like of things like ideas that I have but could never ever do because I don't logistically know how to do them, but I wait and look to see if someone else has done it. And if they ask for money, I try to give them a little. Like auto rigging and auto texturing in Blender and stuff like that. But that's one. If they can make a reactive JPEG in OBS, I would jump on that. Basically, it's a picture and then you can replace it with another picture whenever you make some sort of sound, kind of like the visualizer you're looking at right now. So whenever it was meant to help distinguish when certain people on podcasts were talking. And basically, here I'm just going to try and futz with the thing. Basically, when the character would maybe like move like a little bit, like, hello, how are you all doing today? And it was either like, and it could be a completely different. Oh, just wait here. I gotta hide the sins at the bottom. It could be like a completely different image. Or usually they would just take the same image and then lower the opacity. So that it would be dark, and then whenever someone talked, it would be bright. So you could tell who's talking. What he did is that he did a mouth movement, a mouth shape. So that whenever he talked or made a sound like it, the mouth would open. And he dialed it in to such a precision that the mouth flaps worked pretty well whenever he spoke. Why did I? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm making the badges for my suit right now. I designed I have a file on this computer. Wait, which computer? I have two computers right now. I have a file on one of the computers where that I can just I can trade out the badges. I don't because it would take a while. Like a long time. But let's see. But anyway, I was just really impressed by this, that he had it dialed up to that precision. And then what he do is that he does several things. He does drawings or he does video games. And then he layers a secondary animation on top of his first one. So it's got him, and when he's playing a video game, it shows his hand and he's holding a controller, and he will it will move on its own. It doesn't move in time with the actual video game. It moves in time just like sparsely, just to make it look like he's playing. You know, like one thumb will do something, the trigger button will hit for some other thing, and the illusion that he's doing something. Same thing with him in front of a drawing tablet. It will show the pen moving from side to side as if he's drawing something, even though, it doesn't match up with the image. And I was like, oh, that's genius. I don't have the best of luck with Discord. But you know what? I kind of like this. I don't see anyone else doing anything with the Spectralizer. Which is why, I don't know, I just kind of like this. If I could do something where I can get the head to move a little bit, and then maybe the jacket a little bit. I've got some animation programs that I can maybe rig something. But could I do that in Blender? Now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, I could just take the flat image, but then again, it wouldn't be reactive. Or would it? No, it wouldn't. Wouldn't. I'm thinking about taking the text and then just basically baking it into a layer within Blender. I could do that, and it would be interesting, but I couldn't do it live like I'm doing it now. I couldn't make noises. It would all have to be pre-recorded. Again, you've got live 2D, you've got face rig, and you can't even do anything with face rig, I don't think. I don't even think you can do... There's something called a producer's license, and you're supposed to download the producer's license, and then that way you can use that software to make to make money off of. It's kind of like that thing that that WavePad says. It's like, is this for personal use, or are you using this for? I tried to do something a little bit different with the color. I tried to make it pop out. I didn't like it. I'll go back to the thick black line in a little bit. But it was like, are you using this for personal use? And then you hit no, and then you end up editing your whole episode on it, and you try to make some money off of it. No, I won't try to use this for money. I promise. But yeah, I was just... let's see, there are a bunch of different things. Someone earlier said VTubers are creepy. Kinda. What was I gonna say? There's a sort of like doll-like paper... I could sort of see their appeal, because they don't really have like real emotions. And that's sort of the appeal of it, when they shout and they yell and they say something, and the face is just kind of, dead-eyed, and it barely moves around and barely looks at anything. I would say Face Rig is a little bit more expressive, because that's like a 3D program. But the appeal of it, of course, is the fact that it's, like an anime dog girl, or, let's see, like an anime dog girl, or an anime shark girl, or, whatever, a Jack? There's like a Jester one, I guess. And of course, the real performance comes from their voice work. I'm going to die. Goodbye forever. No. No, that dog one's pretty cute. Amazing, a meatball! and her discovering that Abracadabra, the English version of Abracadabra, or the English name for it, for that Pokemon, was adorable. So yeah, I can see the appeal of it, but it's not. Yeah. And again, there's a limitation because that kind of it would actually take a lot of processing to run that. I could probably do that now that I found a way to set up two PCs. Because, well, actually, no. I'm running all this through one computer. I will be running the video game through another. Although, he said, thinking, it's tinkering. It's all about tinkering. I could totally run that through. You could run something as a. Yeah, you can open up a window, run that from one PC to this PC, have the one PC track you. Or it would just be better to just buy a monster. Just a monster rig with like three graphics cards, one that can each run at the same time. One does the game, one does your processing for your camera, and then one does your animated character. But yeah, I said like VTubers, they came from basically the YouTubers using still shots in place of them being on camera. So let's see, I'm thinking of. I know there's a bunch of Brony reviewers that you do that because everyone has a Pwn Sona or whatever. What's just some original ones? Like I said, there's a Panda one. Toonrific. He does it. He's got his own thing where it's like he's drawn. He's a drawn character and he moves around. He's pretty good because he has some stock images, but he also he does pretty good when he throws original poses into that. So he keeps it fresh. Let's see. I'm trying to. Munchkin, I think that's one of them. I think I remember seeing a video on that once. I'm also trying to. Speaking of Comfortably Doug, I know Folding Ideas originally had like a puppet. Like it was just him. He had an audio track and it was just him and a puppet, and then he would make the mouth move. It was like a weird square puppet. And then he abandoned that as a concept. He keeps it as his icon, which I think is pretty neat. But yeah. A lot of interesting things. If I had known that I could do this, then this probably would have been the whole deal for Familiar Faces. If I knew that I could buy a PC, well, coulda, woulda, shoulda, when you think about it. But I would have, I would have definitely gone out. I would have definitely gotten a good PC, one that could run OBS. And then from there, I would make this little puppet and then do the sort of the moving audio thing and go from there. Sad Milk Crew. What am I even thinking of? The granddaddy of them all, or grandmother of them all. Red and Blue from their mythology videos and stuff, and Talking Tropes. Oh, again, here I'm just making the badges. I'm just using a bunch of old artwork and then sort of trying to make it seem like you could stick it on there. Damn. Let's see, what's this? What are they trying to do? Okay. Yeah, that's that Geodudette I made. Still really proud of that. That design. Didn't really take off. Oh, I saw someone. I saw a character that had ribbons made out of caution tape, and I was kind of like, I mean, yeah, they could have totally. They did make it on their own, but I was like, that stinks. When you know more people are going to look at that than your own thing, and it's like, it stings a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Familiar Faces doesn't have a face. That used to be the gag. And then other people thought I was the phone guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. That's right. People did. People would ask me that before I showed up on camera. God, I wish I was the. Do you think he gets? Is that the original creator, or is that like someone he hired? He's probably gone by now. He hasn't gotten a lot all that sweet uh, Five Nights at Freddy's loot. The Invisible Man. What's this now? What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, so I just chose a bunch of my, random not commissions. These are just images that I made myself. Mirage. They make pins like that. They make pins that are so huge that they can't really even fit on shirts. I saw them in Walmart. They come in their own big ass huge cases. And I'm like, that's cool, but I can't fit it on a jacket. It's so big. And I don't want to spend $10. But anyway, yeah, I'm just making. What do I use? Oh, I still have them. I have the Ghostbusters. I have my little box night, and then I have the Geek. Keep on trucking, and then I have Olaf. Yeah, that's right. Saw those in yeah. Well, they're everywhere. They're everywhere that you can actually, get a hold of those. I haven't gotten any new pins recently, but then again, I actually haven't gone out and looked. Yeah, you go over and you go to like a Hot Topic or what is it, like a Hot Topic? GameStop maybe. What's that other one? There's another one. Hot Topic Spencer's? Is that what it is? The Spencers? Yeah. You go there and then you can pick like four of them for like I don't how when did I used to buy mine? It was like it wasn't 4 for 1. That would be ridiculously good. I think you buy three and you get a fourth for free. And then it would end up being like $1. Yeah, like $1.20 for each of them. So yeah. I have a pen of Trixie, the fat lady, the bear, from the Country Bear Jamborees, and it's so huge I use it as a paperweight because it won't fit on anything. Wait, it's a pen? Um, I'm trying to think about pins I really wanted. There was one Katamari pen that was really neat, and it spinned. There's a bunch of different pens now where they try to do gimmicks and stuff. Like some of them, there was the really cheesy gimmicky ones are the ones that flash, and they're okay. But the good ones, like have moving parts. And there was this Katamari Damacy one, or Katamari. There was one where the orb, it was the the little prince, and he was standing behind it. They layered it so he was behind the ball, but you could spin the ball. You could take your finger and kind of rotate it around. It was really neat. It was huge, and I think it was like at the time it may have been like $12. So I said, no, thank you. I'm not that. I'm not that big on YouTube right now. Suncoast? God, I remember Suncoast. Shit, that's such a shame. Um, I got a bunch of Simpsons videotapes from there. Simpsons videotapes and MST3K videotapes. Paid like a freaking arm and a leg for them. And we just also go in and just look at all the different weird stuff that they had. Let's see, I'm trying to think what... Yeah, different box sets that they would have. That I was really... Anime. Tons of anime. De Macy. That's how you pronounce it? De Macy? Katamari Damacy. Oh, Damacy. Okay, there we go. But anyway, yeah, like I said, the pins are supposed to be swappable, where I could take them out and then put new ones in if I wanted to, and I can. I still have all the files. It's just, I don't know, it'd just kind of be a pain to put them on. I now have 3 different computers: the laptop, this one I'm streaming from right now, this PC desktop, and then this other one. So in order to check, well, I guess I could go around and say, okay, this is the new model for this round. So you just go and then swap it to each new computer. I could still do that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should swap them out for some other stuff. Keep it fresh, so things don't get stale. And by the way, that's like the perfect scenario, isn't it? That's way better than NFTs, huh? I could use all my own artwork. I would say, oh, you can use anyone's artwork. It's like, no, it works better if it's only my artwork. And then I can make as many as I want. I could keep a collection. I could swap them in and out. Like if I was gonna talk about Pokemon, I could like make a bunch of Pokemon pins and keep the Geodude one. The Spock teddy bear? What's that? What's the Spock teddy bear? The Geek, still one of my favorite episodes. Still one of my favorite title cards. God, that looks gorgeous. The Keep Trucking, or Geek Out. Definitely reminiscent of the 1970s. Like all these, like let's see, the title cards. The Olaf one's my favorite. It was based off of an old indie comic I saw once, where a guy, it showed all the different parts of his brain. He's got a little acorn in the middle of his head, and it's just a sun. The Destroyer form for dummies, still a classic. Oh, I used this little image of Box Knight for the. Oh, you know what I could totally do? I could totally show of hands. How many has faith does everyone have with the new MST3K Kickstarter that will fund 12 episode season? How much? I don't know. I'll chip in a little bit. I would say I enjoyed the last two installments of MST3K. I didn't like. I wouldn't put any of those episodes in my top 10. Uh, wait. Maybe the Bigfoot one. The Bigfoot one was hilarious. Um, oh, and well, you're looking at it. You are looking at it, baby. So yeah, this is the final product here. Let me just blow it up as much as I can. There we go. I can shrink it. And the best part about using OBS, it's all in a group, so I can turn it all off, or I can turn off the individual parts. Ooh, that's cool. Ah, I'm just an orb, just a talking orb. And then you can move it around, and then you can trade it into. Oh, just wait. Ooh, wait. When I said I can move it around, I may have. Okay, there we go. One thing about OBS is that you can't grab the corners of certain things. There we go. Hold on. Shrink it. Shrinky dink. Okay, where was that? Let me restart that. Yeah, there we go. So I can line up my body for next time. There we go. My body is ready. So yeah, that is the sort of, I wouldn't call it a VTuber. I like to call it an icon. I think so. I think icon, or icon with a reactive element. I think that would be a little bit more appropriate. Icon. I'm thinking of it. I'm trying to think of a different word for it. Scion, but that's different. That's nothing. Okay. Anyway, yep. That's it for this episode.